Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 982 and today we are back for another brand new video. Today's video we're here to discuss Rangers versus Villarreal, what happened, the 10 men versus the 12, that is what we will be discussing in today's video. But before we get there, if you don't mind subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already, you can see the progress right there. We are almost hitting that 23k mark. Let's make that dream a reality and let's just stretch because there's a lot to talk about today. 3, 2, 1. Rangers 0, Villarreal 0. Now that was the final score, and the way the group actually looks, Rangers sit in third place, still the remaining third after Spartak Moscow lost to Rapid Vienna. They were actually leading the game for the majority. Rapid Vienna scored 2 late goals, which means the next match between Rangers and Rapid Vienna is going to be big time. Which makes the fact that the bus that me, Seaskill and Callum was supposed to be going on to Rapid Vienna to vlog the game cancelled this week, so just another kick in the stones. But we're not here to talk about my miserable life, we're here to talk about the Glasgow Rangers. And to be honest with you, I just wanted to give you some good news because now it's in Rangers' hand when they go against Rapid Vienna. The head-to-head with Spartak doesn't matter no more. But let's talk about the game that just happened. It was 0-0 as previously mentioned, and it wasn't a boring game. Certainly wasn't. There was one man that stood tall and just refused to let anything in. He dives to the left, he dives to the right. Alan McGregor, he shags more than 10 a night because he certainly deserves it. Whatever we are paying Alan McGregor, double it and give him the European money because he is the only reason we are still alive in this game of football. The 2 1-on-1 saves were absolutely brilliant. The 3 or 4 long shot saves that he made was tremendous. Alan McGregor is the best goalkeeper in Scotland, that is clear to see, but surely he's got to be up there and one in the UK because this guy is just making save after save after save. Those 2 1-on-1s he made were just absolutely brilliant. That's a top class striker, one-on-one. One of them he tries to sit him down, but Alan McGregor waits and he waits and he waits, and then he drops at the right time. The second one, he sort of fakes it, he's going to go left, and then Alan McGregor stands up and keeps a paw up on the right hand side. The striker's done everything right. He's waited till the goalie moves and he's just sort of flicked it to the other side. McGregor saves that as well. I'm genuinely struggling just to explain how good Alan McGregor was in this game of football. They had 64% of the ball, especially in that second half when candeias got sent off. Don't worry, we'll get there. They had 5 shots on target, but about 15 shots in total. It was a shooting range, but it wasn't just the fact that he's a great shot stopper. He's always been that, and he made the saves when needed. It was the command of the box. It was the many times as they were running through and he managed to read it, come out, sweeper, goalkeeper, come and get the ball. It was honestly everything. Alan McGregor was the complete package today. But let's break down how the game actually went and how it started off, because it wasn't all just Alan McGregor's saves. He was a very, very important phase, especially the later the game went on. But Rangers actually started off well and looked like they could be making their own problems. The very first chance came to Scotty Arfield with a clear goal scoring opportunity that he should have buried. Great work out in the right wing by Daniel Candeias, whips the ball into Arfield. Arfield got the goalkeeper right there, he's got a free shot and goal, hits it straight at the goalkeeper. That was a massive, massive opportunity, and we're going, okay, this is Rangers. The crowd, by the way, before we go any further, goosebumps the entire game. Honestly, I'm not even lying. Freaking goosebumps. And that chance honestly just added fuel to their fire. They were loud, they were proud, and the game was just going back and forth. It was a tremendous game of football for the first 25 minutes. It looked like it was going to be a real European tie. One of our main opportunities in the first half was a set piece. We crossed in, it was header down inside the 6-yard box. Connor Golson just volley into the back of net, and we are 1-0 up and we are on our way. We're on our way. But unfortunately, Connor Golson ended up spoons it right over the bar, and again, that was one of these half chances you need to take in European football. Now, as I touched on just about 60 seconds ago regarding the first 25 to 30 minutes, it was free flow and it was gone. Then the referee just lost his mind, and he honestly lost his mind badly. He just started blowing for fouls. After around about 35 minutes, it was just... That's my whistle noise. Let me move on, please. During a 60-second phase in the first half, he blew for 5 fouls. What? And throughout the entire 94 minutes of football that was played between Rangers and Villarreal, can you guess how many fouls the referee blew for? Guess. I'll give you a few seconds. 29. With that amount of fouls, I'm expecting a few consonants. Like, honestly, that's absolutely embarrassing amount of refereeing. The ref just had an absolute shocker, and he only gave 2 yellow cards to both teams. Now, let's actually address these yellow cards. Then Daniel Candeias received his first yellow card for a late challenge on the Villarreal left back, who then dropped to the ground, rolling his... Can you imagine that being your dad? Aye. Anywho, I'm completely fine with that. If that's how you're going to referee the game, I completely understand it. He left his foot in, fair enough. But 5 minutes later, the same left back on Daniel Candeias, clear revenge tackle, left his foot in, tackled him off the ball, no yellow card. couple of minutes later, that feistiness continued, and that led to Tavernier being fouled off the ball. Now, everyone kind of stops. Daniel Candeias stops on the ball because he's expecting a foul. The referee is looking at it. The linesman's like this because he was great. So the referee just lets it play on. Daniel Candeias then tries to flick it over one of the Villarreal players. Like I said, he was standing on the ball. He expected it to be a foul. It wasn't given. Then Tavernier, quite rightly so, was absolutely furious. Got up, ran, charged at the Villarreal defender. Done a foul. Now, the way the foul actually worked, Tavernier ran for this side, Candeias was running from that side, Morelos was doing it that side. It's kind of what they were doing the entire game. It was a very high-pressing game, so we were trying to get him in quickly. Tavernier fouls him, no complaints about that, right? Candeias runs over the back of him, because he's obviously running it once. Morelos bangs into them all as well. It's a big clusterfuck. But it's important to remember that Alfredo Morelos and Tavernier actually fouled him. Morelos just fell over him because he was running full pelt. That was it, right? Do you know what the referee then done? Instead of booking Tavernier, who could have booked, fair enough, or even booked Alfredo Morelos, which would mean he'd have missed the next game right enough, but I wasn't wanting that. But it books the one that didn't make a challenge. It gives a second yellow card to Daniel Candeias. Now, if you go back and watch it, they showed this at half time. He went to book Tavernier, right? Then the Villarreal players are like, no, that was him. Go back and watch it. Then he goes, then books Daniel Candeias. And one thing, by the way, I want to clear up really quickly. I know there was contact after they kind of fell to the ground, but who was it that was at halftime? He says that's just follow through after running. It wasn't a stamp or anything like that. That is what they said at halftime, the pundits. So I'm going to agree with them. It doesn't look like a stamp to me. He's running full pelt. He just falls on him, gets back up. We're ready to rock. And get sent off. And I'm sorry this has taken up so much of the video, but it's a clear pivotal point in the match. This changed the entire game. Anyway, we hang on till half time. Daniel Candeias is sent off, so we are 10 versus 12. Now, before we break down the second half, I want to know what your thoughts are on the Daniel Candeias sending off. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I want to know your thoughts. And I just want to say this as well. In the last 4 European games, this is the referee's mistakes. The Rapid Vienna game, there was 2 offsides. It was about 1.5 yards. I think they broke it down at hand. There was about 2 yards offside. And the Rapid Vienna goal, that was given. Wasn't given as offside, right? Okay. The next game versus Spartak Moscow, the one where it was ended up being 4-3 to Spartak, at 3-2, Alfredo Morelos scores a goal to make it 4-2 before half time. The referee blows it incorrectly for offside. He wasn't close to being offside. And then in the most recent game, Daniel Candeias gets sent off for another player making a challenge. That's in the last 4 matches. This is a European competition. I expect that in the SFA because there's no money and there's just dirt shit referees. What's happening? But anyway, back on the football side of things, it was the Villarreal show in the second half. It was Villarreal. It was kind of attack versus defence mindset, and we defended absolutely brilliantly. This is when Connor Goldson really stepped up, and I was very, very impressed. Like I said, we've touched on Alan McGregor and what he'd done, save after save, fantastic. But the amount of times that he blocked or held the line, him and Joe Worrell marshalling the defence, because Flanagan had an off first half. He was absolute dog meat. He even set one of them through on goal. He was dog meat. But in the last 20 minutes, he stuck in, defended well, and he played brilliantly. Last 20 minutes, I can't argue it. Captain Tavernier was invisible in the first half. Terrible set pieces, first half awful, blah, blah, blah. Last 20 minutes, stepped up, won us a couple of key fouls. The defence fought tooth and nail for the Glasgow Rangers. And the midfield as well, Arfield bust his pan in all night, running up and down. Lassana Koulibaly, welcome back, son. It's been about 6 weeks. Where have you been? That is what we like to see. And Ryan Jack, what more can I say apart from in the 79th minute when Rangers was attacking, we had a corner, we whipped it in, Villarreal's countering, Flanagan makes a good block. I think it hits off his thigh, then his hand. Could have been given as a foul. Referee didn't. That's the kind of game he was having. But Villarreal regains the ball. They're cutting in. They're pushing everyone forward. There's only 3 Rangers players back. They hit a delicious ball right into the middle, right where the yellow submariners are. And you know who stepped up, read the ball and intercepted it? Ryan Jack. When we need him, he's there. So I've got to give the midfield a lot of credit. They played the majority of the game. In fact, I think only Lassana Koulibaly was substituted. They ran their pan in. That was a hard task. They got stuck in when they needed to. They dropped off. They made it difficult. Fantastic defensive performance from our 3 midfield players and our 4 defenders as well, especially in the last 20 minutes. Flanagan, Tav, sort your first half out. Now, believe it or not, the only team that actually put the ball in the back of the net in that second half was the Glasgow Rangers, and I'm here to say that the referee got this one right. The linesman got it right. It was an offside goal by Glenn Middleton. Tavernier whips it in. Glenn's offside, finishes in the back of the net. I'm giving it this. Then I see the offside and I'm like, then I went, it's offside, fair enough. That's what's supposed to happen. When it's correct, it's fine. When it's not correct, that's when I question the referees. And to be honest with you, there was nothing else really that happened in the majority of the game. Villarreal missed another massive opportunity right in the 90th minute from a corner, or it was some kind of set piece. They hit it over the bar. I could have crunched a walnut with my arse. I'm not going to lie to you, but we'll live to fight another day, and now we go into the last game with it all to do. It is in our hands though. So what's your thoughts in the game's performance? Make sure you let me know in the comment section below. I'm about to jump over and see what the people's man of the match and reactions are. Let's do that now, shall we? 1,242 votes in the 25 minutes that it was up. Thank you so much for that. That's absolutely incredible. Can we try and hit that in likes? There's the challenge. There's the challenge. It's Europe. Let's do it. Anyway, 1% votes for other, 1% votes for Connor Golton, 2% votes for Ryan Jack, but 96% of the votes come from Alan McGregor. That is the highest we have ever had, and it's completely deserved. So let's see what the people's had to say. Roy O'Neill says Shagger, simple as that, saved us loads of times. Ulster on tour says he dies to the left, he dives to the right. Alan McGregor. Ashley Willis says McGregor 100% superhuman, heroic effort. What a man indeed. RAKO says, can I vote McGregor twice? I hope so. Joe McDonald says Shagger being Shagger, if it wasn't for him he would have been 2 goals down at half time. Drogo says the man, the myth, the legend that is Alan frickin' McGregor. E. McDougall says still open mouthed from the saves in the first half. Shagger gets it. Defence was solid in the second half. Massive result in the grand scheme of things. Stuart says Alan McGregor, what a man. Samuel Winslow says fucking Shagger, what a man, he dives to the left. We're going to have a look at that song in the comments, I can feel it. Deaky Neil says, got to be Shagger, great performance all over except Flanagan. Surely Lee Wallace is a better solution at left back than him. And let's see what else he's got to say from Bang. Ibrox Loyal says, anyone that doesn't vote the Shagger seek medical attention. Aldo says, I thought both Jack and Arfield had excellent games tonight, but McGregor made 2 big saves tonight. One was out of this world, so for me, he was the man of the match. So there's the people's reaction. You've heard mine. I've been Sieging Over 92. If you'd like to get involved, you know what to do by now. And lastly, if you would like to support the channel directly, there will be a link to the Patreon in the description below, and join 35 others. The most latest being Stephen Quinn. Thank you so much, buddy. It's going straight towards a new camera. I greatly appreciate that. And that's it. That's today's exhausted performance. I'm going to go and lie down and sleep. Have a nice one, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.